This is Faith with No Filter. I'm Nathan, and this is episode 1. I want to take a moment and thank everybody for watching that introductory video and hope you follow us and you get blessed from something that happens today. Ty, would you open us up with a word of prayer, please?
Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for everything you've done for us and will do for us, Lord. May Nathan's story touch someone maybe in the same situation, God, and that somebody will take something from this. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, man. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. So, here we go. We're kind of getting into the meat and potatoes of this thing now. Like I told y'all in the introduction video, I've got a little bit of a name we've come up with this, and it's our man Nathan's testimony. So, I have kind of titled this thing From Deadbeat to Deacon.
Oh, yes.
Ouch.
Just know we love you, and by the grace of God, hey, that's all we got.
By the grace of God.
Let's get into this thing. Austin, why don't you get us a little started there?
Oh, guys, I got the pleasure of introducing somebody that I've known probably for a long time, at least known about him for a long time. I've watched him go through several of these stages that we're going to talk about today. I've watched him grow in Christ. I want to take this chance to introduce one of my best friends and the greatest deadbeat I know, Nathan Wilbanks.
Let's go.
Is it better to be the greatest deadbeat or the worst deacon?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Oh,
Thank you, guys. I was telling the guys before we started this that the last couple of nights they've been restless. They've been tossing and turning. I feel a lot of pressure doing this. I'm the old man of the group. I'm 41,
facts.
and when we talked about doing this and me doing this first episode and what we want to accomplish, I'm opening up in a way that people know a lot of this stuff, but I don't know that they know the depths of it. People have an outside view. I've never hid anything from anybody about my past, but I've never willingly opened up about it either. I've gave bits and pieces from speaking, bits and pieces from talking to people, but today we put all of it out there. Like I said, I'm 41. I was born in 1984. Graduated high school in 2003. Graduated from Amory. Nothing crazy. Grew up normal, 2-parent household. Went to church my whole life, man.
Want to give a shout out?
I started out at little old Grace Chapel Baptist Church in Wren, Mississippi.
Hey.
All 12 or 13 of us, man.
They was pumping the roof down there.
We was pumping the roof.
Did y'all have snakes?
We had brotherhood breakfast.
Close
I
enough.
remember being just a little fella and going on Sunday mornings, one Sunday a month. You went with Dad and all the old guys, and you ate breakfast before service. Grew up. It was a little small country church, and we started going to church here in Amory at a little Baptist church called Providence. We had some friends going to church there, and that's where we started going. Got into high school and around some of that friends with between football and baseball, and invited me to start going to Meadowwood here in Amory, big youth group, and started getting involved there. I'd go on Wednesday nights after practice and still go to our regular church on Sundays. But the more I went on Wednesday nights, my parents and little sister, they started coming to church there as well. And it was fun, man. 12 years old, going to Providence Baptist Church. I can sit here today and tell you I was saved. I said a sinner's prayer at a church camp.
Didn't we all?
Getting into that.
I don't. At that time, did it mean something? Yeah, it meant something. I don't know what it meant later down the road. But going through high school, played sports, was a pretty good student, good athlete, did stuff. Just, I wasn't wild, I wasn't out. I'd go to parties on the weekends, but no crazy part of the story there. It was normal stuff, I guess you could say.
Time out. So these parties you're talking about in high school, you wasn't drinking, drugs, all that.
No.
Not at this point in life.
It was. I mean, there would be some drinks there, some beers there, but no, not me personally. No.
Okay.
Real square, straight shooter in high school.
Still are to an extent.
So
definitely
I think
a
it's
square.
coming. Would you say you kind of just let loose once you let loose?
Yes.
Is that fair? Okay.
Yes. When
All
the
right.
looseness went, it was a goose. But playing football, injured my knee going into my junior year, set out, came back my senior year, got all division football player, second or third team all state. Go to graduation in May of 03, graduated with honors. I did everything you're supposed to do, everything that we harp on our kids about, right? Made it through with no kids, made it through with honors, made it through with scholarships. Got a scholarship to go play football.
You're sitting beside an athlete.
Oh, man, you have no idea. You should see his 40 time.
Fall of 2003, I go to Mississippi College, the SBCU, if you will, Southern Baptist College and University, in Clinton, Mississippi. Go down there to play football.
Hey, just for our viewers, make sure when you turn your head, you bring the mic with you.
Thank you.
Shout out Emily Oakley.
Go to Clinton, go to play football, and it turned into a job. It was 5 a.m. workout, 8 a.m. classes, your regular student activities through the day to be a student, going to class, doing all that stuff. 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you're back in the field house, you're at practice, you're in film, and you're going to study hall. As underclassmen, you had to go to study hall at night. If you can't make the grades, you can't play. And it got too much, man. It was not fun anymore. The friends I'd made that weren't on the football field, they were out having fun. They were out living a college life. And that's what I wanted to do. And with this being a private school, it was, hey, what happens if I quit playing football? Oh, nothing. You still get your scholarships and all that stuff. So we can't take it from you. So it's whatever you want to do.
Did you?
Go ahead.
Did you
Kyle.
have a full scholarship or
No.
any sort of partial?
Partial scholarship.
Partial.
And I'm assuming because this was a Christian college, there wasn't no wild partying going on. Is that correct?
We're getting there. We're getting there. Made some good friends. One of my best friends that I still talk to today, we lived together. In that Christian school, you had chapel 2 times a week. We went to chapel on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and there were other religious classes and meetings that you had to attend. You would go in, and just like clocking in at work with your time card, you had to clock in and show that you were present at these things. Well, Thursday night, beat along, get off work or whatever, and the same folks that I was sitting in chapel with Thursday morning, I was sitting beside at the pool hall or at the bar Thursday night. You know what I mean?
Getting hammered.
Getting in.
Yeah.
Getting in.
Nice. Bunch of good Christian students.
We
Front row.
we had friends that had their own apartments. So lots of times on Friday when class was over, we would leave campus, go to whoever's apartment, and that's where you were for the weekend. show back up for class 8 o'clock Monday morning. And I lived the double life of, well, we got to show up for all these things, but I'm going to do what I want to do tonight. It doesn't matter. I know what I have to do to make y'all say it's okay, but at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I stayed there for a year and a half. Met a girl at a party one night. Lived down that way. Me and her hit it off. Started a relationship. We got a house together outside of Jack. Well, actually, we got an apartment together. And I think I've told Austin this story. We lived in Raymond. Shout out Wayne Hall. Actually, when he was here the other weekend, I looked at where his church was, and the apartment complex I lived in was 2 miles down the road. Bars on the windows. Very ghetto place, if you will. No way I would let my child do it today. And you look back and, Mom and Daddy tells you a couple things. My mother told me that she did not agree with what I was doing when I went to live with this girl. She said, I know it's wrong. I know I don't like it. And if you do something and you make a mistake, you're going to grow up and be a man overnight. Well, nothing. No babies came out of that. Still kept a lot of the friends, man. This girl's grandparents owned a restaurant. Went to working at the restaurant, cooking. And we'd go to work. It was your normal little country steakhouse or whatever, they were open Tuesday through Saturday. Show up about 3 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, cooking steak, cooking chicken on the grill, drinking beer all night.
At any point during this, is this kind of how you felt life was going to be at that moment? Or did you have any moments then saying, I don't want to live this way?
No, it was normal. It was fun.
Doing what you wanted to do.
I was doing what I wanted to do. I was going to school during the day. At this point, I had transferred to Hines Community College. I was taking classes. Don't know why. I was taking classes, blowing money, going to work, and just whatever, man. 2005, Hurricane Katrina hit the coast, and we were from Jackson, or Byram is where it was at, was 3.5 to 4 hours away from the coast, is how far up we were. Still lost power for a couple weeks, but because her grandparents owned that restaurant, there was generators that run the place. So, man, it didn't matter. We had parties in the restaurant. People didn't have power around us. They came and hung out with us, and
that was the spot.
That was the spot, son. And it's what we did. We hung out. We drank. We did whatever we wanted to do. 2005, I was what?
20-ish?
2019 or 21 years old. I was fixing to turn 21 because Katrina hit in August. I turned 21 in October. So, yeah, I was 20 years old.
I want to backtrack real quick. Before you got in this serious relationship, what was your dating life like before the first serious relationship?
Non-committed to anything, but if somebody wanted to go home, we went home.
Okay, so
or went to the car or whatever, you know what I mean?
Blowing and going.
I was a virgin until I was 20 years old.
Okay, so right before you first committed relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And at that point, it was anything goes.
Okay, well.
All
right, just check. Go ahead.
Well, okay. I see what you're putting down there.
Progressive Christian school.
Yeah, progressive. There you go. But I know there's different stories right here. Girls and sex and all that was never a focus. It never consumed me. prior to that. But just like everybody knows, I know from a man's standpoint, the first time you have sex, it's a drug at that point. It's who can I get it from next? Where can I go? But me and this girl, we lived together for a while. Bad breakup, and I moved back home in probably 2006, 2007, somewhere in there. Moved back to Amory. Lived with the folks for a little while. Couldn't do that.
No, going back home after you leave is
nothing even to do. Nothing to even do with your folks. Just no.
Just no. Got a house with a couple guys. Lived in town. We were working at a little plant here in town at the valve plant here in Amory. And still show up at work at 7 o'clock Monday through Thursday. Put in 10 hours. And go home, man. We were 21 to 23-year-old dudes. Nobody in a committed relationship. Nobody with any responsibilities other than making sure the rent was paid and the lights was on. The rest of it was free game. That beats on. I'm going to school, still taking classes for whatever reason.
You've been in college a long time.
I've been in college for a long time.
Man got 6 years in, not an associate's degree.
Not an associate's degree yet.
That's a heck of a pre-transfer portal record you got going on there.
Yeah, and no NIL money to be found.
Man's out of eligibility.
Oh yeah.
It beats on. I go to work. My mother was a CNA, a nursing aide at River Place Nursing Home here in Amory, and I had always. All my majors were for me to become a nurse, to get a nursing degree. That's what I always wanted to do, was be somewhere in the medical field. Well, I go and get my nurse's aid, little certification or whatever, and I go to work out there with my mother. Working with the old folks, pay was terrible. Pay's still terrible. But at that point in my life, and to this day right now, one of the best jobs I've ever had. It was a different world where you took care of people, and those little old women, those little old men, they became grandparents to you because a lot of them didn't have anybody. They didn't have family coming to check on them. They didn't have granddaughters or grandsons that would show up to, like when we did Christmas or we did Thanksgiving. They wouldn't have family there. And you felt this pull to them. You took care of them. Well, lo and behold, 2009, this little girl just graduated high school in May and came to work out there at the nursing home that summer. I was very attracted, if we will say.
Oh, yeah?
Very attractive.
Gotcha.
I was, in 2009, summer of 2009, I'm what, 24 years old? She's 18. And that was the mission. That was the mission at that point.
He's keeping this job forever.
To love her with all your heart. That was the mission.
To love her with all my heart.
Have a long, happy career at the.
Love these old folks, man.
That girl was my now wife, Brittany. Really drove me nuts, man.
Does she still do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never mind.
Wouldn't give me the time of day. Would not acknowledge me. Would not respond to text messages, phone calls. Yes, we had text messages then. I know y'all boys grew up on them.
So she was ghosting you.
Except for when she was at work, yeah.
Hey, man, just let me do my job and go home.
Yeah. Well, she finally gave in. We started hooking up. Nothing.
That went. That got serious quick.
Yes, it took an immediate shift. I tell you this. At this point, I'm living by myself in a house in town. Sitting at the house one night, probably a half a case or so deep, and I text her. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?"
Is this my favorite story?
This is your favorite
And
story.
you're gonna share it on the podcast?
I knew you were gonna get to it. No
Hold
matter
on,
what.
time out. Let me tell you something. Y'all are in for a treat because this one right here is solid.
I'm also excited.
I've never heard it, so I'm excited to hear it.
I knew the story was coming up, so I actually told her today. I was like, "You know one story that's coming out, right?"
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but
You a lie.
now we
She
gotta
knew you
now
was a
we
lie.
gotta tell them because you started.
Well,
All 12 people need to know.
I texted her. She texted me back. She said, "I'm with my boyfriend right now." I didn't care. I said, "Well, y'all come to the house. We can get in my truck and let's ride to Stark. Let's ride to the Pony."
Yeehaw.
This is not a horse saloon for anybody that does not know.
Ty's been.
I've,
Well, her and her. She says, "Okay." She said, "I got you taken care of." So her and her boyfriend show up with another girl. She's going to take care, look out for me.
That was your date.
That was my date for the night.
Got you.
Well, I told him, I said, "We can take my truck. Here you go. Brittany, you drive my truck." And I'll ask y'all, if y'all are riding in y'all's vehicle, you're under the influence and it's not responsible to drive.
Sure.
Where are you riding in your vehicle?
Pause before anybody answers.
Given the circumstances I just said, where are you
Keep
riding
in
your
mind,
vehicle?
he invited her and her boyfriend to both come. Now, where is the polite place for you to ride in this vehicle?
the correct place would be the back seat.
There's one answer.
I'm getting in the front because it's my truck.
But
Thank you.
but also that was the polite answer. Where you would sit in the front.
Where are you sitting, Austin?
Woo!
I'm not inviting a girl and her boyfriend to go with me to the strip club.
That
What a deadbeat.
But we're getting there.
Well, everybody piled up in my 1998 Mercury Mountaineer,
Wow.
and southbound we went.
solid piece of machinery.
Hold on, you never told us where everybody was sitting.
Brittany was driving. I was sitting in shotgun.
Time.
In the passenger seat.
Oh, I have a question too.
Were you always sitting in shotgun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we'll get there later.
We'll get there later.
How did the other two feel about you sitting in the front?
It didn't matter. It was my truck.
Well, I know, I understand, but was the other man in question upset, or
At this point in my
you're
life,
a really intimidating guy? So
at this point in my life,
He didn't have the beard then.
I was.
Oh, so
I
he was
had
goofy
facial
looking.
hair.
Yeah.
It wasn't this.
He's a stud now to what he
Oh.
used to be.
I was a lot leaner, and not so much on the heavy side. I was kind of intimidating looking.
yeah, I mean, I get it.
It's just
And you also
Ty.
got to think I'm 24, and this is a 18 or 19-year-old kid.
So what you're saying is they never said nothing.
No,
Okay.
he
Gotcha.
said something to her, and she referred it or related to me, and I was like, okay, that was the best answer I had.
Fair enough.
That's the best answer I had.
Just continue on with the story. It
So-
gets better.
We head out. We get to Starkville. We hang out at the joint for a while. Steadily just getting deeper, drinking more and more all night. And I got to walk outside, getting a little stuffy inside. So I walk
I
out.
could imagine. So
Walk out. I tell him, "Hey, I'm going out to the truck. Just going to catch some air for a minute or whatever, right?" And I'm sitting out in the driver's seat of the truck, and Brittany walks outside. "Hey, are you good?" I said, "Oh yeah, man, I couldn't be better. I'm on top of the world, right?" So Nathan, in all of his drunken glory, Said, you know what, Brittany? I love you. Just right there on the spot.
That's true love.
Well, he
too.
wasn't lying.
Absolutely.
And
True
laid
love.
one on her. Changed her life, too, I think, in that moment. Changed my life.
So, question: she's driving. Is she sober?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she's sober during this whole.
Yes.
Okay,
Stone wall.
all right.
She's taken back a little bit. She said it might be time for us to get everybody and leave. Probably a pretty good idea. Probably a pretty good idea. Well, she goes in and gets everybody. Come back out to the truck. Just sitting there, probably smoking a cigarette, waiting on everybody to come out. And the boyfriend's like, so you going to get in the back with your girl? I said, no, cuz I'm sitting up front with my girl.
It's a top tier love story. If you didn't find your wife in the parking lot of a strip club, I don't know if you know what true love
Stealing
is.
it from another.
From another
from a-
man.
from
They
another
don't
man.
make Lifetime movies like this.
No, they don't. But if they did, I'd watch them.
Something about that pink neon on the outside gets you every time.
Pink neon and that shiny silver horse, boy.
Um,
George Strait writing songs about it.
The reflection I seen of her off that horse just made me feel great about it.
we go home. We get back to my house. Everybody leaves, and I go to bed, pass out or whatever, you know. Don't think nothing about it. And she texts me the next day. I hope you know the kind of trouble you started last night. I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Just dead to the situation.
Did you
Clueless.
still remember that you loved her?
Yes.
Got you.
I will. When me and her talk about it, I deny it. But yes. I remembered mostly what happened that night.
She's going to know the truth now.
Yeah,
now
I
she'll
know that.
Okay.
If she watches it.
Yeah. Probably
Yeah.
won't.
No support on my end either. Don't worry.
But January of 2010, she moved in with me. We had been hooking up and all that. Just told her, hey, you're over here all the time. You stay over here. Just move in, you know. And her mother, Tammy, and her stepdad, Benny, Benny was all about it. He told me the day that we were moving her stuff out, he said, this is your problem, and I ain't taking it back.
Appreciate it.
He said, if y'all want to do what y'all are doing, that's fine. I don't care. And Tammy was hesitant about it. It's a mother, right?
Well, I mean, look at you.
Yeah, that's fair. Deadbeat going nowhere.
I can hear Tammy now. Well, how do you know he loves you? Well, he told me at the strip club.
I was still in school.
That's a fact. Matter of fact, hold on a second. Are you still in school?
Still working on that associate.
I'm no longer in college.
Gotcha. As of January.
But Brittany moves in. We live together. Everything goes good for, I don't know, 6 months. Into that summer of 2010, I guess, she moves out. She was still young. I was
Deadbeat.
we'll use that word.
Just crack a beer.
But
Zero sugar.
we keep going on. Even though she's not living at my house, she ain't got clothes at my house. We still see each other regularly at my house.
Been there.
Had a toothbrush.
We still work together. We still see each other at work. And lots of times we still end up at Nathan's house after work's over.
Okay.
Well, let's fast forward to Christmas Eve, 2010. I'm sitting at my house. We always go to my grandmother's for Christmas Eve. So I'd gotten home from there. And my younger sister's, what, 4.5 years younger than me.
Shout out, Sarah.
Shout out Sarah. At this time, my sister has a daughter. She's a baby. She was born in 2009. She was born December 2009. Her and my niece are living at home with my mom and dad. Sarah's dating this guy, and he's like, and Sarah asked me, can he stay the night at my house so they can do Christmas morning? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I don't care. But sitting there at the house that night, I don't know, maybe watching a football game or something. I don't know, whatever was on TV. Phone goes off. It's Brittany. Just thought you should know I'm pregnant.
Yeah, you probably needed to know that.
Now, back up a few weeks ago, me and her had came to this agreement. This has been fun. The sex was great. The whatever was going on out here is great. But this is it. We're done. This is over. So this is 1st of November. May have been my birthday. My birthday is end of October. So, birthday, Halloween, my wife's a big Halloween fan.
That's a fact.
She is.
Shout out to the 12-foot skeletons. Christmas Eve. Hey, just thought you should know I'm pregnant. Is it mine? I don't know. How do you respond to that? How do you respond to that statement?
How many strip clubs have you been to in the last month?
I can tell you this much. You don't respond first with, is it mine?
Or congratulations.
Response back, yes, it's yours. Well, Merry Christmas to you too. Now, mind you, she's still working with my mother. Guess who's working together Christmas Eve night?
Not y'all two.
You got a guess?
Her and your mother.
Yes. Well,
No, she didn't.
Sarah's boyfriend's staying at the house. I always kept a beer full of refrigerator. I mean, a refrigerator full of beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You had plenty tonight.
And I told that dude, I was like, look, man, I don't want to hear nothing from you. I said, I got an issue. Anytime I ask, you just walk back there to that refrigerator and you get me another beer whenever I ask you to get me another beer.
You just thought you ran the show, didn't you?
And if you ride in my Mountaineer, you're riding in the back.
We wasn't going nowhere that night. Okay. We wasn't going nowhere. Well, needless to say, didn't sleep much Christmas Eve that night. My mother got off work at 7 o'clock, so we showed up to her house about 7:30. She's sitting out on the front porch, just chain smoking. I pulled up, looked like God knows what. Hey, son, how you doing? Ready to get this over with, mother. How you feel about yourself? I guess you and Brittany talked at work last night, didn't you?
That was dirty. Not even letting you tell your own mama.
She said, yeah, we talked. What do you think about this situation? I've had 12 hours to process it, mother. I have no idea what to think about this situation. I guess at some point me and her need to sit down and see what this situation means. Me and her got through the holidays. Me and her sat down. Brittany and myself did. And we started figuring out, hey, this is what we've got to do.